Hello there, my Piscean collective sun, moon, rising signs. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this new moon in Capricorn, December 2019, to full moon in Cancer, January 2020. Happy holidays, happy new year, all of that. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, and doing these readings from my parents' rec room in the basement in Saratoga, visiting for the holidays, doing this Christmas Eve, banging them out. Hey, I'm the pagan in the family, why not? I'm the witch of the family, I'm in the basement, learning to print, all of it hot. I've said that for all 4 videos. Yeah, I did Capricorn, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and now Pisces, the last one. I think I'm done doing them here. Probably I'm going to take tomorrow off for Christmas Day. Like, I just want to, eat and sleep and rest and see what happens, see where the gods send me, you know. I brought my own car, free to travel. I drove up. But then I think I'm probably going to head home Friday. I am reading cards at the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs. Thursday, the 26th, from I think I'm 2 to 8 p.m. They're letting me use their reading room, and then free afterwards. Going to see what happens. Probably going to drive home to Long Island Friday during the day. Kind of beat traffic, right? Go when everybody. It's only a 4-hour ride. I probably can usually do that if I leave early morning. I'm good. Yeah. So I'm going to start the Twin Flame reads, God help me, when I get back either Friday night or Saturday. Cool. So that's my schedule. Otherwise, I'm chilling with my family, having a lovely time, Zeus and Hera and all of them. So let's get down to biz, shall we? Number 1, this is a general read, right? So sun, moon, rising, please check your other signs. You can't read for everybody with 100% accuracy all the time through a YouTube video. It's not possible. Sit across from me or have a video reading with me, Facebook Messenger, Skype, or something like that. Even on well, you don't do this anymore. You do this on a cell phone. I will read you. It's what I do for a living. That's what I mean by professional witch, professional intuitive. This is how I work, spiritual counseling and teaching and shit like that. But that's another story. So you'll know if it resonates by how it feels within your body, whether you like it or not. If you're getting a reaction from it, it's a hit. It's a guidance. It's an intuitive whatever. So, be kind, rewind. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. A what do I need read is sort of like a daily oracle thing that you can do for yourself, right? Like pick a card, pick a rune, open a book, do like that, right? Any form of divination, except you're asking specifically, what do I need, right? It's having the humility to say, you know what? I think I know what I need. I have to go to work. I have to brush my teeth. I have to drink water. I have to, eat, sleep, all that. But, what do I need? What do I need in this situation? What do I need on my path? What do I need in my life? What do I need to think about? What do I need to heal? On and on and on and on. So this is a general read in that sense, but looking at a specific time frame. From new moon, when new moon in Capricorn, the 26th, which means the 23rd, the 24th, the 25th. Today's the 24th, tomorrow's the 25th, Christmas Day, dark moon, new moon on the 26th. But in Capricorn, really good to start something long term. Capricorn ruled by Saturn. And going until full moon in Cancer, January 10th. So really, really good time to ask, well, what do I need, right? Now, I'm a Pisces moon, so I'm psyched to do this. That's why I like doing them Aries to Pisces, then Pisces to Aries. So Pisces, you will be the first twin flame readings, but we're going to change, the twin flame reads are going to change drastically too. I don't think they're going to be as long. We'll see. So I like doing the end of the series chats with you guys, knowing that I'm going to start the next series. Yeah, Pisces moon. Mer family. Mer. Cool. What else? All the decks that I'm reading are in the description box below, along with links to a couple of things. Drunk Tarot, which is my promise to my subscribers. When I make it to 1,000 plus subscribers, I will do Drunk Tarot once a month in Super Live Chat. Go watch that. It's my favorite video that I've done all year long, to be totally honest with you. I've watched it a bunch of times. I love that video. And also my book, my second ebook, Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. Wrote it last year at Yule, so for the month of December, since it's been out a year, bumped it down $10, so it's $14.95 instead of $24.95. I think you will love it. I loved it. It saved my life writing that book, absolutely. Through a dark night of the soul, it was the words of grace that kept me alive. That and my cats and my mom, because I just couldn't skip out and hurt them like that. I'm a witch. What do you want? Pisces moon. Softy. Cool? All right. So is that it? Remember to breathe. Remember to breathe. Let's tune ourselves to the breath. Be in the present moment. Get the most that we can out of these readings. And in the present moment, we'll know what intuitively resonates and what doesn't. We'll also both be breathing the same chi, the same prana that the guidance and the grace are being transmitted upon, right? So here we go, my Pisceans. Let's go deep, at least in the breath. As we begin with the angels, please, my angels, one card in clarity for the Piscean collective, sun, moon, rising sign. What do we need for this new moon in Capricorn to full moon in Cancer? A celestial overview, please. What do we need, my angels? Support. But support, yeah, other people maybe. But this is the support of the invisible. This is the support of the, what I call my collective pantheons of angels, gods, masters, gods, goddesses, the higher selves, of all involved, the quantum hologram of oneness, of the divine in its infinite forms, right? On and on and on and on and on. Really, spiritual support. Your interior collective, your spirit team, the ascended masters, all of that, the support of that. Now, the thing is, being a Pisces moon, that's where I live. That's where we're from, actually. That's home. We'll go back, but we're to bring home here, to remember who we really are. That we are immortal beings, and there's nothing to fear in this quantum game. It's a fucking hologram. That doesn't mean it's not real, but it's a real hologram, right? So to remember who we really are and love more, not less. Easier said than done. So that's what we need. We need their support. Okay, they're offering it. Let's ask the goddesses, the voice of the collective divine feminine. My yin, your yin. His yin, her yin. Kuan yin. The divine feminine, the voice of the goddess herself. The dogs. There are 3 dogs, 2 labradoodles and a golden lab. Oh my god. It's like a cartoon up there. So I'm glad to be in the basement learning to print. All of it's hot. I know. B-52 is stuck in your head if you're a Gen Xer or have really good taste in music. Let's ask the goddesses, shall we? Nice deep breath, feet on the floor, mark. Oh, here we go, my goddesses, please. One card in clarity for the Piscean collective, sun, moon, rising signs. What do we need for this new moon in Capricorn to full moon next in Cancer? The angels are saying the support and the support of the divine, feeling you in that, please. What do we need from your point of view, my goddesses? The card of conflict. Now, there's an interesting thing about conflict. A card of conflict came up in the last reading in the Matt Con cards. We'll see if that one comes up. No, there are 52 cards. It might, But the thing about being a Pisces with the conflict card, considering that this is the voice of the goddess, the yin, the divine feminine, which includes the emotional, the element of water, it's really about having support through a time of emotional conflict, understanding that conflict happens for a purpose. Now, if we look for a reason, we will look for resolution before it's time. If we allow that there is a purpose, that whatever is going on within us, because this is a card of fire, it is the 4 of flames. Now, usually the 4 of wands, Rider-Waite Tarot, you don't think of that as a card of conflict. You think of that more as the 5, right? Because 5s are numbers of change. But what this is 2 archers, 2 women, bow and arrow, pointing their arrows at each other. And it looks like there are 2 sources of fire, but there's only 1 dragon in the card. There is a dragon in the card, but there's only 1. So it is sort of that, for me, always been about that internal conflict in terms of desire, where I want, but, right? Like, I want this, but. And sometimes that but is a good but, a strong but, a firm but. I could go on, but I won't. In other words, like the gut says no, where the but is from the gut. Stitch it on a pillow, Grandma. We just got a slogan. Throw it on the couch. But sometimes it is our fear as well. It's very much one foot on the gas, but one foot on the brake. But what if? Like sometimes we're afraid to gain because we're afraid to lose, right? So to know that we are being supported by the divine through this conflict means that they know about it, means that this is something that's scripted. Now, and honestly, in the divine plan, everything is scripted. That's the macro of it, right? Dark meta. It's all written, it's all done, it's all in the can. We are reviewing what has already gone by, paraphrase from A Course in Miracles. But, you know, to see it from the higher self's point of view, we are souls that were essentially cast or hired to play the roles of, for instance, Markangelo Lyons. It's an honor. He's a great part, right? Talk about loving yourself from that perspective. So to get that, you know, from that Piscean thing, that conflict for us can be very emotionally resonant, particularly because that's the voice of the goddess. Let's look at what the voice of the gods. That'll be more of the divine masculine, the intellect, right? Help balance that out a bitch. Balance that out a bitch. Nice deep breath. Here we go. My gods, please. Using, this was Daughters of the Moon, Fiona Morgan. This is Mythic Tarot, Juliet Sharman Burke. Please. My gods, one card in clarity. For this Piscean collective sun, moon, rising sign, what do we need? For this new moon in Capricorn to full moon next in Cancer. Considering that the angels, and we know you can all say we all need different things and have it all be right, but so far we're looking at the angels talking about support. And that does feel like the support from all the pantheons that I work with and in general, the company of spirit. The goddesses, however, are talking about some sort of conflict, and a conflict of desire, really feeling more internal, and that's just more Piscean feeling anyway. But my gods, can you please clarify or just tell us straight out, what do we need? What is this Piscean collective, sun, moon, rising, sign, collective need for this new moon to full moon next? Interesting. King of Pentacles. Now, the first time in a long time there wasn't a major arcana card in this series. I noticed pretty much all of them had heavy-duty major arcana cards. Sometimes both of the two tarot were major. Interesting, though, that the King of Pentacles, now, what I love about the Mythic Tarot and the Daughters of the Moon is they don't monkey around with the zodiac signs in the court cards. They blatantly say, this is Capricorn, right? It's cardinal Earth. All the kings are cardinal. Or Pentacles is Earth, cardinal Earth, Capricorn. Does the same within the Daughters of the Moon, except it's made in Mother Crone, not Knight, Queen, King. Feminist deck, right? So from the masculine perspective, that there's something that's being built here. There is something slow and steady wins the race. There is something that the conflict might be something that with this Capricorn card, a card not just of creativity, but of something durable. The slow and steady wins the race of it. Something that's built like reputation, something that's built to last. Like any of the virtues, like our spiritual path itself, that there may be a conflict of something that is really, really taking a long time, and hence the support of it. It is very easy for Pisceans in general to want what they want emotionally, right? And hold themselves hostage to an extent until the circumstances match what it is that they want. Understandable. It's how we're raised. It's how society works, right? It's like, here, buy more things and you'll feel this way. Instead of really getting Pisces, we're mutable water. We can change how we feel regardless of circumstance, which is, by the way, one of the principles of how magic works. Just saying. It's the element of fire, earth, air, water in spirit. It's the pentacle, right? So the slow and steady that wins the race here, that there's some wisdom here, that it's supposed to be going slow, that it is gestative, and let's keep in mind, this is the Capricorn card, and we are looking at a new moon in Capricorn. So really, really look at what is 10th house stuff. Highest potential. Now, could this be an actual person Sure it can. But then you're looking at, well, I don't know everybody's moon and rising sign. Maybe I know their sun signs. So if this is representative of somebody, does it have to be male just because it's a king? Of course not. That's silly. But they would have the principles and properties of someone that is of that 10th house, highest potential, hard-working, durable. Capricorns tend to be born old and grow younger as they get older, so there's a seriousness about them, something stable, something solid, but something that is durable. I love Capricorns. I am a Virgo, right? But I'm a Pisces moon, opposites, born on a full moon. So I really do resonate with the stability of a Capricorn. Of course, being a Pisces moon, doesn't a Pisces like a nice stable thing to flow in, around, and through, and then when it's done, out of, hopefully. Yeah, that stability. So either something it can be both, something that's long-term, that's taking some time, and there's some conflict in there, but with support of the divine. Now, the beauty of the next two cards, because they are oracles, we're looking at the Whisper of Love Oracle, which is, for me, the voices of the higher selves of all involved, and this is my higher self too, which I have long conversations with all the time, and then become when I talk to the inner child. It's all one. It's all holographic. Inner child work is kind of the way through, just saying. Especially when you take the position of your higher self, talking to your heart chakra like it's the inner child, and saves a shitload of money on therapy. We'll say that. Nice deep breath. Let's go. Oh, the higher selves of all involved, my own included, please, one card in clarity for the Piscean collective sun, moon, rising signs. For this new moon in Capricorn to full moon next in Cancer. From December into the new year, the new decade, into January, please. One card in clarity. What does the Piscean collective need? We've got support from the angels. We've got conflict, Four of Flames from the goddess. We've got the King of Pentacles, Capricorn, from the gods. A little cryptic, but solid. Please, what do we need, higher selves of all involved? This Piscean collective sun, moon, rising sign, this new moon to full moon next. Focus on love. That's the stability of it. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. Slow and steady wins the race. No one's saying doing that all at once. Not without major, just support. I would say chemical. Back up. The holidays. It's a lot of fucking eggnog. That makes sense. You know, focus on love. Let that be your way through emotionally. Look, what is not love is a call for love. Course in Miracles. Again, stitch it on a pillow. I know, it's a little cliche. We all know that, right? People aren't at their best when they're in pain, but everybody is. Everybody you meet is in a hard battle, right? Be kind. I forget where that original quote. I think I quote that in my book, Words of Grace, actually. Be kind, be supportive, focus on love, look to the good attributes in each and every person in your life. Why? Because we are ultimately all one. That doesn't mean that the conflict that you're in means you have to lay over, you know, like roll over and you know, Pisceans, no, stand your ground. You have the support of the divine. Be healthy. What would love do? But what's the healthy thing to do as well? As you focus on love, sometimes from a distance, like I will absolutely lovingly take distance from somebody if I know they are in pain that they don't know about, right? Because if they're not open for business, if they're not going to talk about it, who am I to go in and directly interfere? That doesn't mean I cannot send them love and bless them from a distance, which is, hello, a superpower. Just needs to be developed. Everybody's got it. Talk about a meta gene. Let's end with Healing Mantra card, Nat Khan. They're so wonderful. I love them. They're my new lightsabers. So cool. He's so cool. Nat Khan is so cool. And I'm just loving this. 52 cards. I did a video on them too. I unboxed them. It's so much fun. So, look, a mantra and an affirmation are not the same thing. I have this, you'll see, someone in my my Mark Angelo Lyons Mal for Short Facebook group posted a meme. You know, the guy sitting behind a little table saying affirmations and mantras are the same thing, convince me otherwise. And I'm like, that is a whole conversation. An affirmation is something you're trying to make true. It is something true usually, right? Like, or something that at least you want to be true. Like, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. Very different than putting your hand on your heart and say, hey, I love you. A bit more direct. A mantra is a code, really. I love my Sanskrit mantras. I know a bunch of them. Aham Brahmasmi, I learned from Deepak and Oprah, right? It's like, I don't care where the truth comes from. It's if it resonates, it resonates, right? I'm a true eclectic witch that way. But they are coded, right? And the mind can't run with Sanskrit like it can with English, right? So that's why I love that Eastern stuff. A very huge part of my soul is Eastern, just is. But these are in English, but they're not affirmations. They're codes. They're you gotta just more than say them a couple of times. It's like you contemplate them. They make changes the more you think about them, because they are truth. Yeah, you'll see. So I find these very helpful because they are healing mantras. They're not about money. They're not about anything other than you being on your path. And I find very, very helpful because I can ask the masters, this is the voice of the ascended masters, what we need. You ready? I have yet to pull one of these cards where, for myself personally, where it was not so fucking spot on accurate that I had to just sit down and just deal with how accurate it was. Nice deep breath. Last card of the series anyway. Oh, my ascended masters, please, if there is such thing as a good mantra, a really good one that really ties these puppies up together, please, for this Piscean collective. Breathe. Sun, moon, rising sign. There we go, my masters, please. Considering we've got the angels talking about the support of the company of heaven, the company of spirit, the guides, the masters, the teachers, the gods, the goddesses, the higher selves, all y'all. The goddesses talking about Four of Flames, the card of conflict, a fire card, but in that interior feels very much yin, internal conflict. The gods are talking about that Capricornian King of Pentacles, which is such a good, powerful thing for a Capricorn new moon. Something slow and steady wins the race, that we can really perhaps plant a seed here of something durable if we focus on love, looking for the good attributes in each and every person in our lives, ourselves included, to have that sort of slow and steady wins the race approach here. Please, what is a mantra? What do we need? What is the healing mantra that we need, this Piscean collective, sun, moon, rising sign collective, for this new moon to full moon next? Oh, on one side of the card is the name of the mantra, and it's releasing expectations. I love this one. Releasing expectations, the mantra itself. Only the highest possibilities come to me, whether I envision them or not. See, I had this one yesterday. Only the highest possibilities come to be, B-E, like manifest, only the highest of the quantum, talk about an improbability field, all of the possible quantum variations that can come true. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not. All chosen for us. The highest possibilities, even down to this very second. Even to when we experience loss, even when we're in conflict, that it's the highest possibility for the evolution of the soul. Now, I am going to read from the book. Teeny tiny little book, but what he says is so insightful. Releasing expectations. Oh, opened right to the page. Of course we did. Ooh, Pisces moon. Releasing expectations. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not. When you release expectations, it is no longer your job to be in control of reality. You are a soul birthed from the fabric of destiny, where only the perfection of universal will takes shape and form. Once expectations are released, a life beyond your wildest imagination is given permission to enter your reality. Just pause for a second, all right? So, yeah, try and control it, right? In conflict, right? That there is that that we need to let go of our expectations because something is coming that we can feel, but we don't know what it is. But it's, and I love the way he writes this. Once expectations are released, a life beyond your wildest imagination is given permission. I think that might be part of the conflict. Are we giving ourselves permission to enter my reality beyond our wildest imagination? But something that's the divine plan, is beyond our wildest imagination, right? So we're feeling it, but there can be that conflict of it. And of course, we've got the support of the divine, but that it's that king of Pentacles. I betcha it's what we've been wanting in some way. Like all at once, who knows? But if you've been going through a lot of loss, a lot of eroding, dark half of the year, Samhain, why wouldn't we be moving into now with Capricorn at Yule? Renewal, right? New stuff coming in. The last bit of this I always love reading. This mantra is ideal for having more faith. Anybody not in that situation? Learning how to trust, because trust and faith are not the same thing, and alleviating disappointment. So if you didn't get what you wanted, releasing expectations. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not, and whether I like it or not. In other words, not like whether I like it or not, but we don't have to like the highest possibilities. No one said we have to like it. In fact, as a Pisces, that might be the very conflict. That we think, oh, I have to be a good spiritual little being and go along with whatever the fuck is going on. No. As soon as you're like, this sucks, you've already accepted it's happened, right? Love what rises. I love the one that fucking hates this highest possibility. I do. I talk to that child, this is not what I fucking wanted, this hurts. I'm like, I know, sweetheart, and I love you for hating every second of it. You don't have to like it. You don't have to be a good little boy. You are good. You are the divine that has forgotten we're all angels, forgotten our wings. My name just happens to be Mark Angelo. It's a little bit of a wake-up call, right? From birth. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not. And I am clairvoyant as fuck, and still, I don't know what's going to happen moment to moment in the quantum, because shit just changes, right? And, I'm a mystic. We're not supposed to know. Hence the word mystery. Yeah. Oh, my Pisces, my Pisceans, my Mer family. What do we need? We need the support of spirit. Let it in. It's there. Why? Because we are in conflict. We may not like it, but there is something manifesting, right? We really need to focus on love, right? To focus on the good qualities means we got to think positively a little bit. We got to focus on it, tune ourselves to a higher vibrational thing for a little bit, but not spiritual busy work. Because what are we learning? To release expectations, right? Expectations are the seeds of heartbreak, right? So instead to be like, well, no matter what the fuck is happening, only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision it or not, then it might make it a little bit easier to focus on love, particularly loving what rises from within us, if what's rising without us may not be, or let's just say we may be in conflict with it. Really, really, really hot reading. Thank you so much, my Piscean, my Mer people. Oh, fishy. I know, that's sort of the turtley thing. I guess you should go like that. That's a little bit... I can't bend my thumbs back to make them go like that. Can you tell I used to be a dancer? Yeah, big shock. Thank you so much for watching, my Piscean family. I love you guys so very much. Thank you, all of you who have watched the readings this time around. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this new moon to full moon next for everybody and all. And really, may all beings be blessed with the renewal of light within their own souls, within their own selves, within their own truths. May all be blessed with all they need, and may it begin with me. And may that be the prayer for all of us. May we all be blessed, the quantum field of oneness, with all that we need, but may it begin with me, right? May it begin with me. You say that for yourself, then we're all invoking it and making it so much easier for all of life to be blessed. And may you be blessed. Happy holidays, happy new year. I'll see you in a couple of days when I get back and settled in, and I'll start with the Piscean True Love reads. But for now, my darlings, from the basement of Olympus. There, I'm in the basement of Olympus, literally on the side of a mountain, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of the holiday and the new year. But for now, hail, farewell, my Pisceans, and blessed, blessed be.